Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grave Mistakes podcast. I'm your host, Starch, and your co-host, Slim, is here. And today we're going to be talking about Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, Episode 1 through 4.
Long last, we can begin.
There's no time for us. We're really starting to lose it. Being stuck in here. No end in sight. Maybe tonight is our break. We find Vecna. We end this once and for all. Together.
And like always, Slim's going to give us a synopsis.
A very brief synopsis. The season first starts off with the whole crew not knowing if Vecna is really dead or not. The town, I was gonna call it Derry, but Hawkins turns into this this militarized zone, this big fence around. No one can get in or out unless like they're with the military.
Very reminiscent to times like this.
Yes, and they are running as a group like these secret missions to go into the Upside Down and like look through like a map and searching through a grid looking for Vecna's body or wherever it is. We're not really sure, but they don't even know if he's dead or alive. And we have Holly finally come into the scene, the youngest of the Wheelers, and she is being kind of like, it's kind of like The Shining, where like no one else can see her, but it, you know, like she's just talking to this imaginary character, Mr. What's It.
She's doing the ghost story stuff.
What's really going on with that, yeah. But we can just end it there and just talk about the episode because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I mean, there's like, you know, Holly gets kidnapped. There's like, you know, a little side plot going on the Upside Down. We discover the super big wall. Will ends up getting powers at the end of the season, as we kind of knew that was going to happen already. The Demogorgon slimes like 12 dudes, and Vecna's switching up his strategy. So, you know, we've got a lot to cover in this episode, or in this volume. How did you feel about it? I mean, Stranger Things hasn't come out since we finished high school. A lot has happened since then. So, you know, it's been like 4 or 5 years since the last time we saw these characters.
Yeah, last episode or last season was season 4, and that was like what, 2022, 2023, one of them. I want to say 2022, but
okay, so it was a lot more recent than I thought, but still far away.
Yeah. I think like Stranger Things is at its best when like the characters are just like, you know, doing their thing. It's a very character driven story, obviously. I've been enjoying this season. It's kind of hard because you like always try to compare it to the other ones, like 4 and 3, like just being the more recent ones, but as the characters go on, like I'm just like, man, like especially by the end of like episode 4 with Will, with it is with Will, and we just see like this little flashbacks like in the anime, like at the last second, like you get the power up.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it hit the feels, but
he says, someday love will find you. The memes have been incredible. Because everybody who's been watching this season obviously watched it when they were younger too. So like early 20s Gen Z reacting to the dialogue as our minds are now fully awakened to how cringy it is has been absolutely hysterical.
Yeah. Hey, have you been seeing the like? I kind of, it seems like it kind of centers around Robin sometimes. I don't mind like how like she is like, because you know we've met real people who are just like that, and it's just how they are. So
yes,
but like you know, this is like, you think if there's some over the topness, like I myself don't really mind it. Like it's just the character. But
I think the over the topness is kind of good. I don't know. I like it. Like you pretty much hit every character archetype, and then Robin is deliberately annoying, but like compassionate and empathetic.
It's like, you know, quirkiness that comes with that. That's like, oh yeah,
and it's inconceivably gross to hear with your ears. Like, you know, you're supposed to react in that kind of way. That's why she doesn't have friends outside of this group. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like if you know, like a person like that, they're gonna have a hard time socializing. I did enjoy it though. I think the volume is pretty good. Like they're taking the characters seriously and returning some of them to the roots. Like obviously Mike was pretty extraordinarily unbearable, like probably like the last season, or especially as he kind of developed his asshole arc. But a lot of, and Will's uselessness, like he's pretty much the useless Mila of the Stranger Things universe. But there's a pivoting that's going on where all the characters are kind of likable at once, and it's actually kind of making me concerned for how it's going to end for them. Because as we saw in episode 1 with the Wheelers getting absolutely peeled back by the Demogorgon, you know they're coming in hot with some character deaths this season.
I was gonna say like after they really set like the mark of what's gonna happen this season, just seeing like just Mr. and Mrs. Wheeler just get absolutely just fucked up. Like I think the Demigorgon like just like slashes at the dad and just like almost like punches him through like a wall or a closet.
Yeah,
or something
bro goes
like that.
flying over the bedroom.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's
like,
gone.
The it's like how they shot the scene of Nancy and Eleven like racing to the Wheeler house, and like we're like, oh, they're gonna be there just in time, but like there's like the slow mo shot of her trying to beat up this Demigorgon, and like, they get there, and she's just on the ground,
Face down, losing fluid. Yeah.
just like she like they said like she got her like what is it? Not esophagus.
Larynx or something.
Yeah, something whatever. Like she can't
Vocal
talk.
cords. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In any
Gets
case,
smashed. Yeah, she got fucked up.
I was talking to somebody, and it was Joey actually, and he had told us he was like, yeah, I thought like Mr. Wheeler was about to go crazy for a second when he grabbed that golf club and beat up the Demigorgon or like hold his own, but I was like, no, we're in like the end game now. People have to start like dropping. So once Mr. Wheeler got thrown over the bed, I was like, there's no hope for anybody. Like Will Byers is dead by the middle of the season for sure. There's no chance that.
I think so. Will?
Not Will Byers. I apologize. Jonathan
Mike?
Byers. Jonathan
Oh, okay.
Byers. Yeah, I saw. There's been Will's mom, Byers' mom memes of her being like, "Oh my God, Will, you can't leave the house. You might die. Jonathan, go fight the Demigorgon with your bare hands." Like it's just been like, just completely one-sided in Will's favor. Doesn't care anything about Jonathan. Yes, Joyce. Yeah, in general, super big fan so far, especially like the darker edge the show is taking. I hate when shows don't grow with the demographic or the age of the people that started watching it. So like when I watch someone's face get like fully thorned or some dude's head get exploded like a watermelon or 11 psycho torture some dude half to death, I'm like, okay, yeah, so we're aging with the characters.
Yeah, so like in season 4, you think they kind of scaled it up because it was like a little like lower, and then when the like Christy wake up, like when that happened,
Yes,
we had like the whole bone breaking and like
the eye sockets getting sucked into the head. I was like, oh, yes,
yeah, definitely they went up after that, and like they've been at this constant level of like before the horror was just like like oh Demigorgon, oh
it's
like,
spooky time.
Spooky time. Oh, what's going on?
and now it's people die in Indiana.
Yeah. I like the Demigorgon like jumps up and just smashes some dude's head in the ground. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but the soldiers are screaming, and people are talking about like that the one soldier in episode 3 that when they're doing like the psychological mind invasion thing, where he's like, when she blew up that helicopter, I had friends in that thing, and he was like, oh, you had friends in the helicopter. I was like, oh, okay, gotcha.
No, that dude's a real asshole, and I'm like kind of mad that like hindsight's 2020 that like Hopper just didn't kill him, but Hopper was just gunning people down. He was throwing nades at people. Like he almost killed. I don't know how many people he killed, but like he definitely killed people. Why not kill? I mean, I guess he was defenseless.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is your heroes can't kill unarmed, like defenseless people. Yeah, because if Hopper executes that guy in the bus, it's a different vibe.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but the vibe has been like
straight violence on site. Oh yeah, like bro, it's like when Hopper. Okay, so in the first episode where the burn happens and they're sending Hopper on his routine upside down check. By the way, strategically, I understand the point. Send him in as like a recon person to go see where Vecna is possibly hiding. But there's a lot of he takes a lot of danger. I get it though, because everybody else on his team is like 20 at the oldest. High
school,
yeah. So it's like you probably don't want to take the young adults or kids, but I don't know, man. He's taking a lot of the risk, and we can see that too. But yeah, the second he's engaged with the threat, it isn't we're shooting guys in the leg and running away. He goes double frag grenade over the billboard and incinerates people. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like he definitely was just on like. I was also wondering. Look, I think they say to do like 40 crawls or something like that. Like,
oh yeah, because they section it out.
Yeah, when we saw like the whole intricacies of him getting in there, and I don't know if it's like I want to say it's I was gonna say Caleb. Oh my gosh, Sinclair, Lucas.
Yes,
Lucas like looking on the
the binoculars.
Like there's a guy right there.
Yeah, that's
He has to move. He has to move. I'm about to miss my timing. Like, how many did they do that 40 times?
Yes, I imagine it does happen that way, but I think typically there's not a guy hanging out by the side of the thing. For me, what I wonder is how like the CIA government psyop interdimensional organization does not have some form of like solid perimeter where these children can sneak into a bell tower and give call outs. Or just
I think like it must be some just tall like building that's like close by that they don't have to. I don't know. Like I know what you mean. Like,
yeah, we're in the nitpick section a little bit right now, but just to kind of give a little like a little bit of like a nibble to that. Like you're telling me they have no form of like radio signal jammer or way to intercept like radio communication. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, what time is that? Like, is that for sure going on right now?
Yeah, because this is post Vietnam, so listening into the other team's radio, because they were doing that in World War II. Like the Enigma machine is what like helped win the war. You know, like code cracking and intercepting radio signals and all that.
Wiretaps in the first season, if you didn't forget, because like
there's listening devices. Yeah, like they were moving different when that when Papa was running the organization.
Oh, Papa.
Yeah, we have gotten like we got Papa, which is like the delusional mad scientist. Then we got that dude in season 2 who was kind of a good guy, but also still a government employee. And now we have legitimately Sarah Connor from the Terminator franchise, who is like has a kill on sight mandate for everyone. And it's like the objective: murder civilians, capture 11. Like, are we not past the capture 11 nonsense?
How'd you feel about that? Just like her whole performance and just like the character.
It's terrible. Like, I'll be honest. Like, it's Mark Hamill from The Long Walk. They were like, be a hyper masculine military figure that only cares about the mission, and that's what we're getting. We're getting the.
That's it.
You know, back in my day, soldier, we used to eat guys like you for breakfast. That's something you would hear her say in this show. You know, based on her character. But she's not given a whole lot. She's just supposed to be the classic 80s bad guy military figure.
Right. Like, I hope we see more. I mean, all the people on the military bases basically have the same attitude. Like, there's no different. They're not unique. I mean, I guess it's like, you know, military, so they're all the same. But no, there's no. Papa has something to him, you know. Even the guy in season 2, like the Russian people, like.
I think. Oh, like the Russians. I think you know what my hot take is I don't need that. There's too many main characters. We have Mike, Lucas, Dustin, 11, Will, Jonathan, Steve, Robin, the Wheeler, not the Wheeler parents, Will's mom, Joyce, Hopper. Am I missing anyone? That's 11 main characters. I don't need anybody else to have character development. There's not enough time for this. Like, they have to constantly separate our main cast so we can actually get their story across, because if they're all in the same frame, you only care about the two people speaking. So I actually...
That's how it usually has been, though, right?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like, as more character... And Max, so there's 12. And now Holly. We have 13 main characters. Yeah, no. We don't have time to hear the motivations or the Demon Slayer backstory for for Sarah Connor in Stranger Things season 5. But what I will say though is it's nice to just have them be an objectively like frustrating enemy presence. Our best hope for a good military guy turned good guy later is the black dude who's in the military, whose mission was to capture 11. So? I think he's our best. He's either our definitive main bad guy on the human side by the end of the season, or he's the guy that flips and helps them actually defeat Vecna in the whole 9.
Like after like the whole massacre at the military compound.
Yeah, like she's fucking fired or something, but like it's like we lost 32 people.
Yeah, like it was actually because like he's just going to that scene right now, just like when Will's like, "All right, guys, follow me," and it turns into like a war movie with
that was cool. I was kind of into that when they're moving. Yeah, it's like it was literally filmed just like Saving Private Ryan, where it's like instead of like the big wide shot of like the whole battlefield, it's like these interpersonal moments of dudes getting peeled back. I was into that. I think here, what things are working for you and what things aren't working, because there are things that I feel like are blaringly in my way a little bit, and they're a little bit nitpicky. Like, holy shit, 11's like Captain Underpants superhero outfit is killing me. I can't take it serious. Like the training scene, like I am fully on board with 11 being a badass superhero, but like the whole like obstacle course thing, I understand, because in unfortunately in today's day, if you do not provide that scene misogynistic people on Reddit are going to be like, oh, she's like a Sally Does It All, where, you know, how did she learn how to use her powers with no training, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't just exposition her training away because, you know, people are assholes and they nitpick everything, which is ironically what I'm doing, but in the opposite. But it's just like, it was a little bit hard to take seriously with those bright red ass shorts on and she's blowing up pumpkins and stuff. Like, it was much more effective. Like I said, I understand that they had to establish like how she learned all this stuff, but when she did the jump and she like clock timed the lightning and then like snapped that guy's neck on the guard tower, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. Like this is a capable hero. But like, you know, the trainings and then the fucking bright red ass shorts, I'm like, guys, we gotta change the fit.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit goofy. Like, yeah, I mean, that's certainly a nitpick. It didn't really bother me too much, but like once like the second or third episode came, I was like, she not taking that off? Like, was that a first episode?
The second she ran through the portal to chase the Demogorgon into the Upside Down with Mrs. Wheeler face down on the floor bleeding out, I was like, yeah, that's the whole season. That's her Superman fit.
Yeah. No, it's not changing. I'm trying to think, like, when it comes to my nitpicks, or no, we're not going over nitpicks. You're just going over things that are like,
yeah, what's working and what's not. So you know, we can kind of go ping back and forth on that.
Ooh, what is working? Trying to see. I mean, just like I guess like Holly being like a whole character, because when we first see her, like because I think one of the first scenes we see her first, and I'm
yes,
I thought that
it's a little weird.
We're actually gonna get like some some activity going on with that finally, because she's been like a child for like the entire the entire series, and that was cool. And I kind of like what's going on in like in the dream realm,
the Upside Down.
The Upside Down, but they're at Henry's house when it's like super nice and it's pristine. It's a beautiful day in a suburban neighborhood, and she's trapped there, and we get this mysterious message, and we later turn out that it's Max. But when I saw her, I was like, oh, thank God she's not gonna be in coma for this entire season.
Oh yeah, because this is the last season. They don't have we don't have time to figure that out. But you know what though? I'll be honest, the way they peeled her back in season 4, I thought this was gonna be like she's out for the count until like, you know, halfway through, if not like the last third of it. And honestly, I thought we were gonna turn her into like a Felicity character or like a Batgirl character where she's like in a wheelchair, like, you know, doing which would have not worked. I don't think we have time for that. But I will say, Stranger Things does a really good job at developing young characters into leads, because like, remember Erica Sinclair's character in the earlier seasons? Like, she didn't become an actual character that did anything outside of make fun of Lucas until season 3, when she like basically helps them via science, like defuse the radioactive bomb or whatever in the elevator. So like, they're good at turning the side characters into important pieces of the story here. So I'm with her being like significant. It just kind of neat. Like, also Derek, like this random. My favorite character this season is Derek. That guy's fucking hilarious. Like when he's sitting in the like, all they told him to do for his whole mission was just make sure we get the kids to the bathroom so we can save them from Vecna. After we find out he's been targeting all these children, and he does this whole dramatic sequence where he's like, "I have come to provide you safety. I'm your guide." And he does the Colt thing and he's smacking him on the forehead with the ruler. Derek is the funniest character in the season. Like, I can't get enough of Derek.
The transition from dipshit Derek
to delightful Derek. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, I love it, man. It was just, he really took control, because they said they needed like an inside man. It's funny because like the scene happens of all the kids getting picked up in the morning. And you know, they're all in the military compound, and this kid just walks up and is like, I think you know, I'm supposed to be in there. Like,
my whole class is missing, and they were like,
oh, this one. Did anybody go by the turnbows? Yeah. But
like, when you look at him, he's the most unassuming character ever. So like, this actor is putting in 120%. Like,
he's putting it on.
They understand like the contrast of how they styled him. And his appearance versus how he acts is the most hilarious thing of all time.
It's like this rainbow sweater
and the shorts. Like, what the fuck? I guess this is a really good time to dip into the why everyone thinks Erica Sinclair's best friend was black conversation that's occurring on social media. Like, have you seen this?
See, I kind of forgot. was she mentioned the season before?
Has to be, because there's too much conversation for it to have been like a passing season 5 mention. So there has to be like, she has to have been brought up previously. And it's very interesting because I've seen people respond in a very frustrated manner to receiving this information. They're like, why does it matter? Or I've never considered her race or ethnicity. But like, it is a trend right now of people being like, the biggest twist wasn't Will getting powers. It was Erica's best friend not being this black person.
Yeah, I think her name is Tina, right?
I think so. Yeah, Tina.
Is it Tina? Okay, not because like when you hear the name and like I can see it, and then the voice too. But no, that whole scene was like, oh, actually, I do have like a kind of what I didn't kind of mess with, like the whole Turnbow episode with like the trap in the house. That was one of the most goofiest planning to me.
I was so into every part of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like cause, her going to the house and just like sedating everybody.
Oh, the pie plant, the setup. Yeah. Okay.
That was fine. Yeah. I mean, it kind of worked, it kind of didn't. It's funny that is it presumed because Derek is just bigger?
Yes.
More
yes.
Yeah.
His fat ass needed more pie to get knocked out. That's exactly what they were saying.
Yeah, no. And then Tina just, she's like, oh, I gotta watch my figure. And Erica's like, yeah, nah, like,
bro.
And then just
when she walks up and is like, I told you should have eaten the pie, and pulls the syringe, that was hilarious. Erica echoes the strange sentiment of like, I would say early to mid 90s Nickelodeon token black characters in a way. Like people have mentioned this before, or just like, like it's a That's So Raven style, like like the way they speak, like the way Erica is portrayed and speaks in the show. Like she's hilarious and a character with some nuance, but there is definitely the I don't know who you talking to, I'm a girl with attitude kind of situation going on with that. And I think that's why people are echoing the sentiment of assuming Tina was black.
I mean, exactly. That's the token like black woman attitude. Ain't nobody gonna talk to me like that. Like,
yeah, they're the sass. The sass. Yeah, for sure. I will say what is it? The Home Alone trap sequence. I loved. I'm absolutely obsessed with that. When they just take like everything Murray brings is like a random care package in Arc Raiders. Like, when you do the run and you've got random shit, like when he just pulls up and he's like, yeah, I know you asked for this thing, but I actually brought 2,000 feet of barbed wire.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for you. Like, they just have to work with what they got. And I was definitely here for it.
I mean, the group is so creative. Just Dustin by himself is almost just, his planning is just A1 when it comes to just setting up shit.
They had to give Dustin depression this season to nerf him. Otherwise he would be too significant as a character.
Man. Let's talk about that. Like just the first episode and him wearing like the Hellfire stuff.
Trench coat combo with the mullet. Yeah.
Trench coat. Yeah. You saw everything. And he's just talking about Eddie. It's hard because he should know that nobody's gonna see what Eddie did in the Upside Down and know him like he did, and just know that he was a good guy and didn't kill Chrissy and all that. He should know that, but he still goes around being he's a good guy. He's just talking to a wall basically. Like, what do you feel should be the situation in that?
See, I kind of get it. The other people experienced the trauma of like being on Eddie's team and then him dying, but Dustin was the dude who was with him when he died, so it's completely different. Like everybody else is like, yes, I know, like Eddie helped us and he died, and unfortunately his legacy will be like, the prime suspect in the murder of Chrissy and some of the other people. But Dustin saw him do the guitar sacrifice and he like bled out in his arms. It's like the stakes are too high or emotionally for him to just kind of drop the ball there. So I kind of get his need to preserve Eddie's legacy. But like the rest of the group has a point too. It's like we're trying to play low profile. The government is watching us at all times, and you're like wearing the stuff. Which I really get where he's coming from. But it is it's at that time inconvenient.
Yeah. No. Didn't they say it's just like having a target on your chest, basically?
Yeah, I mean we can see that he's getting bullied and he's getting his ass whooped. So
you gotta beat. he got his ass beat at the cemetery, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing of he's not there for the crawl, so I think what Steve and Jonathan have to do the chasing because he's not there. And then they run into him later on. He's like, "Oh, I fell off my bike."
Yeah, and he's all fucked up. I like
fucked up.
I love that the characters don't change clothes. Like, I love that this is so far. This has all been like, because in the past Stranger Things episodes, it's like multiple days, and you go home and reset. Yeah. I like that they like it's just been like from start to finish a full sprint. Like, Dustin is walking around with this torn shirt and trench coat and bloodied face, and so when him and Steve are in the car later screaming at each other because they have that really interesting, hilarious dynamic, it just like cements like their just loathing of each other in the moment. Like, that bickering is emphasized so much more when you haven't been able to change clothes, your fucking face is messed up, you're both going through your own shit, you know. So it's working for me. But yeah, I don't know if it was a great call for Dustin to you know, to keep invoking Eddie, especially while they're still looking for Vecna. Like, if they knew he was dead, I get it, the war is over, you know, fight for your mans and all that, but it's like we might still have to play the game until
the mission's still going on. Like, we just don't know. And you know, he finally makes his move with this whole Mr. What's It thing, which you know, when you first saw him, you were like, yeah, that's him, right?
No, honestly, because all the material and stuff that was coming out before, and like the way season 4 ended, like, I knew Vecna was not dead, but sometimes you don't know if the show is going to introduce like a small villain before like the big villain return, or you don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, and it was also like the Stranger Things characters, like me as the audience member, although I probably should have known better, even they were confused because they were like, he totally switched up his strategy. At first he was like mega aggro, full Freddy Krueger invading your dreams. Now he's like coercing you with manipulation to basically do the same thing. So that's like a totally different strategy. And so like, it caught me off guard at first. I was like, who is this mysterious character? At first I thought he was a good guy. And really, that like the Demogorgon kidnapped, you know, Holly away from, you know, the propaganda worked on me. Shit, I would have been in the Upside Down with Vecna.
Yeah, so you thought there was another Vecna equivalent who was like, I'm gonna send the Demogorgons to not take or to save them, basically away from Vecna. That's what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was thinking there was some like unrecognized, yet to be identified, Upside Down related character that was basically going to be playing behind the scenes in favor of the of our cast members. Of our heroes. I didn't know that it was just Vecna the whole time. It was literally a Scooby-Doo. It was Agatha all along, you know. Like,
yeah, God. Oh my God. Yeah, now Vecna has been
moving different.
He's moving different. Yeah, exactly. There's no other way to just describe it. From going from sending out the Demogorgon and then the Demodogs and then whatever happened with the whole Mind Flayer thing in season 3, do you think he had anything really to do with that, or is that just like the Mind Flayer doing its own thing?
See, I've heard theories, and specifically coming from our friend, that the Mind Flayer is the secret like architect and the main villain of season 5. I think that's a bad writing decision, and I don't think it's the case. I think the Mind Flayer is just like another entity that exists in the Upside Down that like follows the Vecna bidding. I just think it's just like, you know, I think Vecna's top dog, and everything that has come around that is just like, you know, him being like, you know, let's go invade the
yeah, it's kind of hard. Like, you know, I think we both want some clarification, maybe just a little bit of just what's going on there, because is the Mind Flayer like still a thing?
I don't think so. I think the Mind Flayer is
season 3. It was just the rats, right? It was possession of the rats that made that body of the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer is actually still in the Upside Down, quote unquote, right?
I don't see. That's the thing. I don't know. I just like, I would assume that if the Mind Flayer does appear, it'll be like a brief, like 11 is strong enough to, or Will is strong enough to one shot it kind of scenario. Because like, we've had the Mind Flayer as the villain for 2 seasons. We cannot like afford time wise to have the Mind Flayer become significant again. There's just not enough time for that.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, Vecna is probably he's definitely the final boss, and he's pretty cool. I mean, you saw his little snatched waist when he came out the portal for the first time.
No, he was bro had like the full, like he basically had his battle armor on, and I was like, everyone is dead. Like the second he walked through the portal, and he was straight aura, no words, and he did the Groot arm extendo to kill that guy. I was like, yeah, okay, gotcha, bro. Means like business. I am curious though what's going on with the wall, because if he's that strong and he's got that much of an army, is he keeping out the, like, what is the wall? Is the wall actually keeping the army out? Is it really that simple? Or is the wall, because I know the wall is definitely like guarding that illusion that he's created in some capacity, but is the wall more significant than that? Is like this illusion of his memory in some way like his weak spot, or like is it hiding something else? Because we still don't necessarily know, even like this is introduced all the way in season 1. What is Vecna's actual plan besides world domination? Like, what does he need children for? I think now
it seems. Yeah, you have a theory?
I do. I think based on the ending of episode 4, he basically like does like a vampire situation, like a Dracula situation, where he basically like puts his essence into the children, like, you know, with the mouth alien tubes, turns them into like empowered Vecna people, and then is going to send them into the world. He's basically going to restart the world. Classic villain stuff, like, you know, the children that ended up getting squad wiped in the Rainbow Room. I think he wants to restart the world with these like hybrid upside down superpowered children, and then he's basically going to be God, like, you know. Because he told Will, I gave you the powers, but you're weak ass. You know, I choose weak people because y'all don't do shit. Like, which is crazy, by the way, pure insult.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're kids. Like he was. Well, you go back and watch Will get chased down by that Demogorgon in the first episode. It's like, wow, this is just pure terror. This kid's like, what? How old is he? Like 11?
And we messing around like Will wasn't doing business in the Upside Down. The first 5 minutes of the season, where bro pulled the blicky out, blasts the Demogorgon, jumps across the street. Like, bro was moving like Rambo in the Upside Down. So we can't pretend like he's some weak ass.
My theory kind of is more of it seems kind of simple, but I'm not sure. Just using them as batteries or something like that. That's what it kind of gives. He puts them in this almost infinite dream, or
like the Matrix.
Like the Matrix, like what Max said, it's just infinite doors. It kind of reminds me of Thunderbolts at the end, where they're just going through those multiple corridors of just pure like terror. But in this case, it's kind of a mix of both memories, like good and bad. And what I'm really excited for is that vision that Max saw of with Joyce as a teenager handing out those flyers for the play that she's putting on, and Henry's like in the play too.
Did bro get embarrassed on stage and then decided to shoot up the world?
That's what it's really giving. Yes, it's really giving that something traumatic happened, right? Like, we don't know what. I don't know if you also been hearing about this play and not like that's been going on. I hear a lot of TikTokers talk about it, but
how it potentially is leading some Easter eggs to the actual show. I mean, it has to, right? Because they reference a play at the end of the episode, and there's a literal like. Go ahead.
Oh, you're talking about the literal. I was talking about the literal play too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's the one reference at the end of the episode, and there's like an actual Stranger Things like Broadway situation, I guess, going on. So I think there has to be some form of connection in that regard. But my thing is like, how are we going to actually move towards the conclusion of the story? Is it because like right now, at 4 episodes in, I feel like I can confidently predict that it's going to be. Obviously, we're going to lose a bunch of main characters or a couple main characters throughout the way. We're eventually somehow going to have to fight Vecna in his home territory of the delusionary world. Max, as the expert of that world, is going to do some random distraction play where Vecna gets pulled back into that traumatic memory, which makes him freeze up. They piece him because he's distracted, and then everybody wakes up, but Max wakes up from her coma, and maybe she's significantly injured or dead or something. But like, honestly, like, I feel like that's like the end of the season, and I don't want to know that already after 4 episodes. Like, I don't want it to be that super simple.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be something really traumatic that happened during that play. And when I saw that Joyce was like a part of it, it almost felt like Friday the 13th in that, y'all were there and like this happened to me, I'm gonna fuck with all your kids now.
Well, yeah. Well, that's for Friday the 13th. Does that? And either it's the second or first movie when they find out the backstory. It's like, oh, like all the kids being targeted are the children of the people that burned him to death in the incinerator room. So I mean, in any case, all of that stuff is super cool. I just want there to be some twists and turns throughout the middle or closer to the end that I do not anticipate, because right now it is very straightforward to me. Like, despite me loving the trap house that they built, fighting the Demigorgon, like the violence of it, and I'm still invested in the who's gonna win between Jonathan and Steve, because they made Steve too likable to lose. If Steve doesn't get the girl at the end of the series, like, especially because of how much of an asshole they made Jonathan in season 4, they set up like the perfect.
Why they did that?
Because they know what they want to do. They're like, we know we want to get Nancy and Steve back together. You know, it's like, and he's got and of course they're trying to make it seem like we're what's the Summer I Turned Pretty, where we're really, half the audience is on one side, half the audience is Team Targaryen, and half the audience. No, man, it's like we all picked this. We're all Team Black. Like, all of us want to see Steve succeed. And I don't care that Jonathan got an engagement ring or not. Like,
yeah, and when they're talking about they're arguing in the car, like something bad happens and they pull over for a second, and they're both kind of right about like how they're arguing, because Steve is like, why are you trying to talk to her? Oh no, John's like, why are you trying to talk to her right now? Like her parents are both in the hospital and her sister's missing.
Yeah.
And then John or Steve's like, you're not there for her. You're not doing this. You're acting weird. Like, they're both kind of right, but Steve's just being like, yeah, I forget exactly what he says, but he's like, yeah, you need some help. Like, we should go take her some flowers. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh yeah, no, Steve's in the wrong for that. He's definitely like when he was like both of the obviously performing for Nancy stuff is way too on the nose, but like it's supposed to be. Like, they did that classic tough guy 80s thing where they're both racing to climb the radio tower, and then she's not even there by the time they both get to the top. So
yeah, that was an anime scene, honestly, just like going for the girl's attention.
Yes.
That's all I can think about. But yeah, something.
We need to get Will a boyfriend. Or we just need to completely abandon the relationship plot, because like, I'm very happy Robin was like, stop hyperfixating on Mike being cute because he was there for you. You're cool because you're cool. I do not want to hear about Will being awkward because, like, his relationship stuff is because like that was a significant plot in the third season for both and the second season, third and fourth season for both Robin and Will. And I want more them, doing cool shit. Like, I don't care about their relationship stuff anymore. We don't have time for any other relationships besides maybe Mike and 11, which seems toast, and the love triangle between Nancy and them. Also, we don't have another character. Yes, but we don't have another character for Will to, have a romance with. It's also the last season. Do you want to start a romance arc in the last season of the show? Probably not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, if he's still, because I thought he still is kind of fixated on Mike, because they have that whole conversation of, how did you know that she wanted to be with you or whatnot? And Robin's like, there's a blink, there's a wink, there's
but remember,
hand gestures and touching. Well, what?
Remember in the forest where he tries to like engage with this, like with Mike, and then like there's a little bit of a giggle, and then Mike like punches him in the shoulder, and then like Robin turns around and observes that reaction, and she's like, damn, that's tough. He really doesn't fuck with him like that. And then she's like, actually, the secret's within you, don't worry about anybody else. You're cool because you're cool. And then he does the little head thing, and he's controlling all the Demigorg. Bro, I'm not going to lie. Like, Noah, bro, I was with it until he did the whatchamacallit, this guy. I was with it until he did the little smirk in the blood nose wipe. I was like, that was a little bit too much cringe for me. I was like, oh,
Yeah, no, I mean, he got active, man. Your first time using your powers,
he was too into it. No, bro, he was too into it. Well, yeah, no.
He was ready.
He said.
Yeah.
No, bro, I can't do it. Well, no, it's ugly. No, we can't do the light skin eyes after using the 11 upside down powers, man. No.
Yeah.
I do like that he has powers, though. Like, I'm tired of 11 being the only person that can do anything to the Upside Down people. It is Hopper with just regular ammo, and then it is 11. Everyone else is pretty much good at thinking. No, dude, there's 5 Demigorgons murking an entire military base. We have to have more firepower on the home team.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's kind of hard because do those two, like 11 and Will, are they on the same level? We haven't seen.
I think they've got like
that.
I think their powers are from the same source, but they have different abilities because it's all D&D based. So if she is like, I'm trying to think if she's going like destruction mage, you know, like he's going like control mage, like he's got the like, you know, the telepathy and like the clairvoyance
powers. Yeah.
Yes, and he can control the Upside Down people. He's like what's the class in Baldur's Gate where you can control animals? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I mean, that's kind of more of like a druid thing.
That's what I'm saying. He's giving more druid energy almost with a little bit. I mean, they did classify him as a sorcerer because his powers are innate.
Yes.
But in any case, like also, do you remember in season 1 or 2 where they were referencing the fireball? Like bro is low in HP. I'm not gonna lie, if bro conjures like a fucking like, you know, Avatar fireball
we are
situation,
not gonna see that happen. There's no way. I will pay you if we see
when Will throws an upside down ball, you're gonna be like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I was rewatching the first season. Yeah, you know, it'd be kind of funny if they did that call back. Because also, if you didn't notice, I saw like a random video talking about this. But when we see his flashback in the last scene where he actually gets his powers, it's all scenes that we've like heard people talk about, but we never saw. He's like, you know, he's talking to Mike. He's like, oh yeah, that one day you talked to me on the swings.
Oh yes.
Or he's talking to his mom about something else, but she's talking to Jonathan about how he built the fort with him, and we finally see that. Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Yeah, there was some good payoff there. It's nice when shows actually create new scenes for stuff like that instead of just like playing back episode 1. You know,
it's like, just like them saying it.
Yeah,
remember when we built that fort?
Hey,
in the next scene. Yeah.
Stop recycling footage. Yeah, everybody is pretty much working really well for me. I mean, even Robin in her most irritating state. Everyone is useful and contributing, which is making me concerned because I'm like, who's gonna die and how? Because like,
gonna go.
Because like Vecna just made his play, so the only thing to do next is fuck all that. How do you feel about the character from the most notorious episode returning as the person that's actually being held captive in the military base?
Yeah. So if they truly had that in mind for that random episode, they did it so bad. But if this is them being like, yeah, this is why, like, they just make that episode and then because they wanted 11 just out the story for like an episode, and then they come back and okay, this is what we're actually going to use this.
Oh yeah, no. When they were writing season 5, I mean, there's clearly it's a MacGuffin and also a Chekhov's like a Rainbow Room person, because we needed to give them a reason to go inside the military base and to basically confirm that Vecna's definitive location is in the Upside Down behind this wall. The other thing is like I said, our home team needs more firepower. So if we have 3 Upside Down enabled people, because she had different powers than 11, right? I swear she could do something differently.
I believe so, and I think it was implied that 11 was quote unquote stronger. I'm not sure if they all have different powers.
Yeah, Vecna's or not Vecna. 11 is definitely Upside Down Jesus for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, but when they mentioned that, I think she says it's somebody like her, so that's what made them think Vecna. But I mean, I think we both assumed that it wasn't Vecna. How'd you feel? Because when I heard that, I thought about the girl in the lost child.
There's no way that was your first thought. You were like, you hearkened back to season 2 on that one.
Yeah, I mean, what other they killed all the kids. There's only 2 that survived, and then Henry. So yeah, there's only 3 of them.
Nah, man, I was like, either Vecna's in there or they got like number 13 that we didn't know about. Like, you know, there's like, I did not think they were number bringing 13. Back
Oh, so a random person. Imagine they opened the door and it was a random kid. I'd have been like, oh, I don't care. It does. What? Who is this?
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or it's Papa again.
Yeah. Oh.
Also, do you know where the story is really going to? Like, all jokes aside, there's gonna be time travel.
Oh, you think so because of the like the dimensional thing that was
Yes.
through?
Yes, the and the wormhole lecture that Erica is sitting in on about the Einstein Rosen bridge. Like, so like the whole thing about the upside down is you can travel between space, like without actually traveling the distance. Like that's like what it is a portal. But with that also comes like a time warping thing. There's a good chance that there might be some time travel, especially because we're this season is so memory based, like so flashback based so far. There's a good chance that there might be some timey-wimey nonsense.
Back to, I mean, the upside down is kind of cool because I like how it's the day that Will got taken. It's just stuck and frozen in that time.
Yeah.
And that's just what the upside down is. But what do you think they're gonna go with this time travel?
I don't know. Because the other thing is like there's a lot of like we're definitely learning more about the upside down this season. Like I said, we have 3 superpowered people like likely against Vecna. So the one thing I just don't want from this season is I don't want a final The Boys style battle of a bunch of actors going like this. And pointing their fingers, and then Vecna, because Vecna moves like and the Demigorgon, they fight in like a very entertaining way. Like I can't just watch those kids extend their arms, scream, and nose comes out their blood, and then Vecna gets defeated. Like I gotta see, like they're doing more stuff with 11, like with the parkour and all that stuff. But like, nah, man, I gotta like, there's gotta be something. Like Will's got to summon the army of werewolf Demigorgon things to like, like I'm not expecting like a Lord of the Rings 3 Return of the King style battle with every character we've ever seen for the past 8 hours. But I'm saying like, there's just got to be a little bit more nuance to how the story ends. And there's got to be more exciting fighting scenes because we have 3 people right now that just point and bleed out of their nose. And that's the action.
We're going to see some more. I don't even know what my expectation of this final battle is going to be. I can't even think about it because like you said, are they just gonna be pointing at each other just going like Angela, like is that gonna be the whole thing?
Yes. Eddie comes back, he's got powers too.
Oh man, because we gotta think about how like the end of season 4 was. It was very I mean, was it just her and Vecna just going at each other? And,
well, it was
that was it.
It was more so like the power of music with Max, and then like the running up that hill stuff. That was more like of a strategic the main bad guy has stepped on our trap card kind of thing. Season 1 is the one that definitively ends with the point vaporization of the Demigorgon. But also like we rebuffed the Demigorgon to be just as strong as it was. Like our friend made a really good point that the Demigorgon in season 4 got killed by a flaming sword, and in season 5 it takes 16 dudes to shoot one Demigorgon to death with like .762. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe bullets just don't work on it compared to like slashing. But yeah, you're right. You're talking about the one that was in Russia in season 4? Yeah. No, I mean, I totally forgot about that. Did Hopper like chop his head off or something like that?
Exactly.
What was the conclusion of that fight? Yeah, I don't even remember honestly.
I mean, I'm really into it though.
Yeah, same. Like it doesn't take away. I'm not gonna be like that's not a super nitpick thing for me. Like, it's like they're tough, and then when more of them pop up, you know it's over pretty much. 3 of them just wipe off like the entire military base. So
yeah, I think
like how he's sending one Demigorgon for each kid, one for one.
I mean, that was honestly it's pretty smart. Like when they go to defend Derek and find out like 6 other kids got napped up. I think that'll be cool. I mean, Holly's clearly doing like this like guiding the Lost Boys kind of story, like in the Upside Down with her like propaganda scenario. I'm just interested because season 4 ended in such a great way. It was like the first time we're taking the battle to the Upside Down. We're like doing our big thing. So in season 5, the characters are the reason I'm fully invested. Like the remainder of Vecna's mystery, but then how the characters interact with each other is what I find most entertaining. So if they can just pull off the interpersonal relationships between the characters in a way that's meaningful, I honestly don't care too much about what happens to Vecna. Because if like Steve puts on an Joe Carey does an Oscar-winning acting performance after he dies next to Jonathan, I'll be completely fine with how the story goes.
Man, you really think it's going to be a Nancy save Jonathan, save Steve scenario, or is it going to be Steve sacrificing or Jonathan's like?
I think this is what we should do right now. List off everyone you think is going to die in this season.
Man, I cannot say Jonathan. I have to say Steve. I think Steve's death would really resonate. People like Steve.
Yeah, it's gonna hit, but it's not happening.
I'm gonna say Steve. Hopper. We thought he was gonna die in the third episode.
Yes.
When he goes into the room and finds the girl instead of.
Bro, he brought a suicide vest. Like that was not at all what I expected. Like bro strapped C4 to his chest when he went to the Upside Down. Like he had a different mission in mind than the rest of us.
No, he definitely. When I saw that was another moment. I was like, "Oh, we serious?"
Oh yeah, well, nobody's playing him, and then he starts thinking about his daughter. I was like, "Oh."
Oh yeah. No, that definitely hit. So actually, that might not happen because if they do it again, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, because that would be
might be safe.
That would be his third or fourth fake out death because there's like
into season 3.
Yes,
he goes into Russia,
and then almost and in Russia, and like I said, now with the bomb vest. So yes, killing Hopper. Like I don't know, man. I just feel like Hopper's story has pretty much come to an end because his whole thing is the protection of 11. So like, like the only thing left for it. Well, actually, that's not true. I guess living happily ever after with Joyce is the. So yeah, okay, fuck. But dead for sure. Jonathan, he's not making it. Murray, they got to kill that guy because he's not useful enough, and it'll give them another significant character death. And then one of the children is getting pieced for sure.
I was gonna say one of the 4. I don't know. Oh, okay, one of the 4 main 4. Or are you talking about like also like?
It's got to be one of the main 4.
Erica. One of the main 4.
Can't be Max because she basically died in season 4, but didn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. So Dustin is definitely on that list, top of the list for me. Well, what about you?
We've got an interracial marriage on the line, so I don't know if we can lose Lucas.
Oh no, we're not losing Luke. No, him, he's getting a happy ending. I'm gonna say that. If they kill him, yeah, we take it up with Netflix. Right.
Dustin lost a significant person that's close to him in the last season, so him overcoming the loss of a person is important. So he can't die either. I'm going with like pure movie science. Mike, it's got to be Mike. I think Mike loses his life. Yeah, because 11 has been through like everything, so her dying wouldn't be unexpected. Well, okay, it wouldn't be as significant, but it would also be a little bit valid. But I don't think they're gonna kill 11. So I think Mike. I don't think Mike makes it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think, man. I guess that's valid. I literally cannot visualize that happening, so that's why I'm like almost in denial. But I don't want it to happen either. I'm thinking maybe like, is it 7 or 8 that's in the cell that they find, that Hopper finds?
8?
I think it's 8. She's definitely dying. I don't think she's surviving.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
She's gone.
Yeah, like you should be grateful you got another check to come back after how people reacted to that previous episode, which I like, by the way. Yeah. I don't care. That episode had that banger. Ooh, she's a runaway. And we had leather jackets and crime. Yes.
Oh, you like the vibe.
I like the episode. Fuck it. I don't care. Let me stop pretending. I like that episode. What was that? That season 2, episode 7 with when she runs away. I'm a fan of that episode. Clip it.
Yeah, you can come in and ship it, man. I mean, the episode's fine. It just felt so out of place. That's what everybody would say, and I definitely see why, man. Like, and then imagine just doing that, and then the season ends, and then there's nothing else. Like, they don't talk about her. We don't see her, and then next time we see her, in episode 4. Like, what's going on?
I swear there was some like I did not watch it like recently, but I swear there was some is she dead, is she not kind of situation going with that. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
But I mean, they got her set up to this damn like fucking like blood draw like Mad Max situation.
Obviously, they caught her.
Yeah,
obviously she got in trouble. Yeah, obviously.
Has she been there for years? I'm also curious if they're gonna do like a Vecna's secret operative kind of thing, where she's like pretending to be on their team, and then flips on them, and she's actually on Team Vecna. Because if you think about it, she got betrayed by the original government. She's left alone. She got recaptured by the government, and 11 fucking left her ass. So it would actually make more sense for her to like fuck with Vecna's vibe, because like, you know, like Will obviously is not fucking with Vecna's plan to get transformed into like a metahuman and then take over the world. But she is a very good candidate to be like a sleeper, like a Vecna sleeper agent, to be like, yeah, actually, fuck this world. Number 1 is right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she's in the Upside Down, do you think she's kind of getting manipulated? Because we don't know what her state of mind is right now, but she...
You talking about 8?
Yeah, talking about 8, yeah.
She's not in the Upside Down. She's in the lab.
Yeah, which is in the Upside Down.
Nah, the lab ain't in the Upside Down. Yeah, it is.
8?
Yeah, it is. The lab is in the Upside Down. You're right.
I'm about to say.
My bad. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So he could be. No, I'm just saying. I was agreeing with your theory. Like he could be just sending these random messages and just psychologically influencing her, and we don't know what her state of mind. I mean, I'm sure when she wakes up, she's gonna be like, "I remember you." Like that whole scenario, it's gonna happen. But yeah,
I think she's gonna be evil.
I'm just excited.
Yeah, I think she's switching teams.
I mean,
I really think so.
that's a good. I think that's a 50.
There's no reason for her to be on Eleven's team. Like if I was her, I'd join Vecna too.
Okay. Oh well, because you're saying that at least 11 found like a family and friends. 8, she did.
Ain't find shit. All of her friends died. They all died in that heist. Most of them died in that heist. Yeah. So it's like she's got nothing. She's got no reason to vibe with humanity.
Yeah, no. So it's
she's probably never had a Whopper before or like a McGriddle or something. She has no idea the joys of humanity. You know what I mean?
She didn't go steal Eggos like 11 and go.
Yeah, she hasn't discovered the Eggo waffles and maple syrup. What was the main ad from this volume? Gatorade. She hasn't had Gatorade in the glass bottle yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why did it make it look better though?
The marketing is
stop making glass.
The marketing is working on you. The Gatorade ads are working.
Yeah.
I actually really want a lemon lime Gatorade right now. No free ads.
Yeah. Usually it doesn't work on me, man. But like even like
Stranger Things does it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God. Fuck. They're so good at that shit, bro. The Stranger Things ads work. I hate to say this out loud because like this is exactly what they want to hear. There's a corporate executive right now absorbing the souls of millions of people as I say this out loud. But yes, I wanted the original Coke. I wanted the glass bottle Gatorade. A BMW looks much cooler in this scene. Fuck you.
No, they do it right though. Like you can like it because they do it right. There's other things, but I can't really name them. But you know what I mean.
Oh,
it's just.
I've got one for
everything.
You. There is to sidetrack. There is an episode in Riverdale where completely randomly Archie Andrews, the main character, is at a bar and he hands over a card and it is a credit card ad for this specific company. He goes here and then it fucking 4K zooms in on the brand name of the card and the person's like, oh, you have a link card or whatever the fuck it was called or whatever. And he was like, yeah, it always got me. And the camera pans to the transaction, it confirms it, and that's the scene. It was a fucking full 20-second commercial. It was so egregious. Like I couldn't handle it,
No, I thought another one too, man. We were watching it together. Barbie, when it turns into a Chevrolet commercial. Oh my God.
It was literally like the exact way it would film the commercial would be like the 2025 Chevy Tahoe, and then it's like going through the mud, and it's like the headlights are on, and the car is somehow not getting dirty.
Close-up shots of the brand logo. You have to see this Chevy logo. Don't forget this is a Chevy.
It's turning at 40 miles an hour maximum. Yeah, no, that was pretty egregious too. Yeah, they have become shameless. They have become shameless. Yeah, for the most part, like I'm fucking with this so far. I'm definitely into it. It's a show that like I watched like one episode, then 2 days later I watched all 3 back to back. So it is like something I want to binge. And I think the sectional episode release, although I typically disagree with it, is working in this way because have you noticed? This is so genius, by the way. This is fucking peak genius, like Giga Brain. You release the episodes right before a major holiday. Everybody's off work. The only thing they can do. The only thing there is to do is to tweet about it, TikTok it, and talk to your family members. Like the day before Thanksgiving, what was everybody talking about at the house? Like, when you pull up, like if they're around your age, Stranger Things. You go to work like you go to work on Black Friday. If you were working that day, everyone's talking about Stranger Things. Same thing. Isn't the next batch of episodes like right before Christmas or something?
Christmas.
Yeah, it's so genius. It's so genius. It's like they are Giga Braining Coca-Cola, Gatorade, like Stranger Thingsing the IP into your family's household on a major holiday.
Yeah, they got me. We are going to see the last episode in theaters.
Oh, I forgot they're doing that. So yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be at the fucking IMAX theater with buying the ticket 6 weeks in advance because like there's gonna be no seats available to see it on that day. Like shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
they took a whole 2 hours and 30 minutes. Like that's just blocked off because they did that Stranger Things New Year's Day. Like,
and you gotta get the and the show's so like the show's so good at developing merch. The Hellfire Club T-shirt, it's like, why would I not buy that? It's a super simple graphic tee. It's in reference to something I like. Like if you go to a retail store now that's partnering with Stranger Things, it's everywhere. Like they've got the original Gatorade bottles. They've got like record players, 80s nostalgia bait, pop Funkos, masks. Like it's like they're doing the whole thing. Like they're really tapped into the marketing.
There's like Doritos collabs. Like I'll go to like the grocery store or just like a convenience store, and I'll see a Doritos Collisions Stranger Things collab.
There's Red Lightning and the Mind Flayer on my Doritos bag. Yeah, like
it's exactly Vecna's on the bag.
Yeah, I'm surprised that like 11 doesn't have to drink Mountain Dew in order to recharge her superpowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember what was it? A Smile 2 with the Voss water or whatever?
Oh, the Voss water.
Yeah, it's like I'm surprised that it just tied into a major, like, you know what I'm saying?
Just grab my Voss real quick.
But the other thing they do though is like, they turned Steve's BMW into a plot device as well. Like he's like not the Beamer, and they drill a fucking satellite into it. And, it's like the action sequence, like they make it work. It's integrated.
Yeah, and them just smashing through like 5 gates, only to just turn around because Vecna's like, I'm gonna send that boy there instead.
I love that they still made Steve slightly stupid. Like he is compassionate and a really cool person, but he is not as like just base level intelligent as everybody else. Like he doesn't know about science. Like when Dustin said turn right, the motherfucker turned into a gate. Like he did not think about waiting to the next stop sign. He just turned immediately, and he was just like,
that's where it was though.
I know, but they were all like, what are you doing? And then he was like, I thought you meant right now. Like, it's
yeah. No, you're right. I think, Steve and Dustin, they're like foils, right?
They're the dynamic duo for that. Yeah,
they're the duo. I mean, them together is like they do a lot, but them like separated, they just be tweaking. But no, Steve, man, Steve has he's been evolving throughout this entire just storyline, man. I just love where he's at right now. That's why I just know that he's gonna go.
Steve is best girl. If he dies, it's gonna be top 10 saddest anime deaths. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve is best girl. That's a great description. Yeah, no. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Steve, just in general. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Jonathan this season, man. Like, it's just a Nancy and him like snenario. I guess he's worried about his brother. It seems like his mom is more worried about his brother than him himself. Ever since they saved him.
Yeah, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, gotcha. I accidentally unplugged my mic. My bad.
I figured.
What do you think the development for plot looks like for somebody like Lucas, and like maybe Max? Like, what is like? I mean, there's still a lot of game left, and so I'm just interested in like, is there any significant development for them? Because they definitely made Lucas like a more of a capable character this season compared to other seasons, and someone who is I'm actually more invested in the Max Lucas love getting back to each other situation than I am about like maybe 11 and Mike rekindling something, or Steve and Nancy so much. Like I'm actually like, there's something about when she was basically telling the story of how she almost got out of the coma because he would just go to the hospital every fucking day and play the mixtape. I'm really interested to see that.
I mean, that seems like almost real life, but people would be like, yeah, I was in comatose, but I would go there and play music or hold your hand or just even talk to them, and it made it seem like easier, or just, I remember you talking to me or stuff like that. That's what it kind of gives. But I like what they're doing with Lucas this season. Like I was genuinely concerned for him when they're at the Turnbow's house, and he's the Demigorgon just chasing him. There's like a
oh yes, dude. I was like, oh my god, because like I said, with the Wheelers already got handled, so I was just like.
After that, I'm like, any scene the Demigorgons and like, y'all got to be serious, and they were boxing that thing. Even they set it on fire. Nancy walked him down, we were gunning him down.
No!
It was with the tracer dart, right? That's like the whole thing.
Yes.
They track it, and that's where it goes. But yeah, even like Mike is holding something, and he's just beating its ass. And
the shovel.
I'm like. Yeah, a shovel. Why the Wheeler's just fighting back at this point, but we saw what happened to the other Wheeler. Like, Mike, chill. And eventually the Demogorgon is like, I don't want to get beat up by this kid, and just runs away. But
it was fucked up. The Demogorgon by this point was fucked up. There was barbed wire, fire, like the fucking Home Alone trap, like, trap house thing smacked him. Like, my man was mad, but like there was risk. Like, having Lucas be the runner, genius. He's clearly the most athletic, but I was like the whole time, is he gonna get fucking peeled back, dude?
No, it was scary in the Demogorgon, man. Like we talked about it, it's menacing. I love how we haven't really talked about like CGI or too much, but the way it's been coming into like the room when we first see it like abduct Holly, and it just like banging on the wall, and it just breaks from like the upside down. Or the other times where it just like splits it open. Just,
oh yeah, the budget is better. Yeah, like before there would be like
great.
It would do like this, and it would kind of cut, and then it would show like it coming out of the upside down. Now it's like we have the money to show you ripping through the space-time continuum. Yeah.
Yes.
So
it's really cool, man. They did a lot. It's looking dope, man. I've been enjoying it, man.
Yeah. Is there anything? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, what do you think is gonna be like happen like the next upcoming episodes, or just like the next episode in general?
I think the next batch of episodes is definitely gonna be the development of and now number 8, or basically it's gonna be a reset. So Vecna hit first, and Vecna's then got a retreat, but he's got some of these kids, so we're gonna get more of Vecna's plan with the children, and then we're gonna get the gang basically re-gearing up to figure out their next move, and then if they potentially get betrayed by 8 or whatever's gonna happen with that, because now we gotta. Yeah. Because usually the season sets up, builds, they get ready, and they fight the thing. It kind of started on the back foot. It's like Empire Strikes Back. The Empire hit first, like on the Hoth base where they got fucked up and they had to they were scattered. It's like the same situation. Vecna came in swinging, and so they got to kind of have a reset.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking, man. Like, you think the Vecna backstory or whatever, that whole play memory, or the memory of where the rocks he got scared and backed off was? Do you think that's gonna be the next couple, or do you think that's the final episode? Like, this is what made me Vecna.
I think it might be the very first 10 minutes of the first episode, because it's always a smarter play to open up. Yeah, I always think it's a smarter play to open up with flashback stuff like that early on, because it takes the momentum out of scenes. Like, I mean, we see it with Demon Slayer. That's one of Demon Slayer's biggest criticisms, is like in the middle of your most interesting fight scene, we're going to take you back to 30 years ago on a farm. So,
yeah, no, I like, go back to Chainsaw Man. Like, I like how there's a split, like there's like all this stuff. We could have just seen all this before, and then we can just enjoy what happens after and all the action. And there doesn't have to be this in between of, whatever. But I did like the whole Will scenario of him thinking about his past, like that.
That was a good moment. It was a compilation too,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It just goes through, and then boom, we understand that's what the directors wanted to show us. So
yeah, I'm here for it. So the last thing I want to touch on is the music. So in an interview, I think Millie Bobby Brown said that her favorite needle drop of the series has not happened yet, and it's going to happen in this season. And we know Stranger Things is really, really good at saving a fucking peak, amazing, legendary song for a strong moment. Obviously, we're probably not going to be able to guess what the song is, but like, are you excited about what that song could be? And then if so, what song do you think has been your favorite so far? Like, what was an absolute banger in the moment?
It's hard, man. Like, obviously, the most memorable for me was just Eddie and Master of Puppets. Like, that's so fun. You could just see, just visualize him up there, just shredding it up and just distracting with the demo bats. Yeah, that was the best one so far. I mean, I can't even think of anything that's gonna like top that. Like, you think it's gonna be better than that?
I think it might be better because, like, for me, my two heavy hitters are "Separate Ways" by Journey. I love that song. It's also the opening song that the Bulls used to come out to. I don't know if they still do. And then "Running Up That Hill." I mean, like Oh
no, that's iconic. Yeah, no. Yeah. Going back and look at that scene, it's like a tad goofy, but when we were in that mode of not knowing what's happening next, yeah, that was just amazing.
I will say,
we get more of it this season too.
Yeah, it does. Oh, the Tiffany song was good too, but like, I didn't hit as hard. I think.
Oh yeah, no.
Should I Stay or Should I Go is the most overrated needle drop in the series.
Oh, okay. I like it just from just the connection with him and his brother, and like that's what kept him going and thinking about his brother and the upside down. It's not really too much of a needle drop to me, or maybe they did it like that, but it's just more of a bonding moment and just a memory for Will and Jonathan, because I think they just play it for each other when they're separated in the first season. So
I think we need the Iron Man song. We just need some like we just need AC/DC "I Am Iron Man" to play, and then Will snaps his fingers and kills Vecna, and he goes, "I am Will Byers," and then we just sorry, I'm just doing a bit.
Black Sabbath. I don't think it's an AC/DC song.
I'm pretty sure it's AC/DC because AC/DC did like every single song for Iron Man.
Oh, you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the song Iron Man, but yeah, you're right. You're talking about Back in Black and all that. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, no.
In any case, I think that was a good spot to wrap up our Stranger Things Volume 1, Episode 1 through 4 recap, reactions, and review. But yeah, we're really excited to see what comes next, and then you guys need to keep tuning in and definitely react to the stuff. We appreciate you guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.